So I think Erik ten Hag has to give Ethan Williams a chance in the first team before Christmas. Rashford, Garnacho and Ahmad, I can obviously understand them starting ahead of Williams, but Antony should definitely not be starting ahead of him. He has had over 24 months at the club now and has genuinely got worse. Antony is all movement and energy with no substance. Williams is a lot more effective and has greater output in the final third. But crucially, he's also two-footed when it comes to both shooting and crossing, which gives him a significant advantage over Antony, and if used correctly, could offer Ten Hag some much needed attacking variety and tactical versatility. But first, how good is he, and what type of wide attacker is he actually? Well, at first glance, he seems like your typical winger. Similar to Garnacho, he's very good technically, the type of player who wants to be very direct, but he's significantly better at carrying the ball into space rather than beating a man in a 1v1. But his standout attribute is his shooting, as he's a very astute finisher from in and around the box, equally good off both feet, whether this is shifting the ball down the outside and driving the strike low across the goal or powerfully towards the near post, or when cutting inside and releasing a shot to the near or far post as well. And I think his shooting ability gives him the potential to be just as effective a goal scorer as either Ahmad or Garnacho, just because he's equally good off both feet and so can finish from a variety of different positions and situations, which even Ahmad and Garnacho can't do, with both being a lot more reliant on shooting with their stronger foot. With Antony, he is capable of the spectacular curling strike on the inside when he cuts inside onto his left foot, but he's just not consistent with it at all. Ethan Williams, on the other hand, has showcased on a number of occasions how effective his low drives across the goalkeeper are off of either foot. Last season in the Premier League Under-21 League, Williams scored 6 goals and picked up 2 assists in 15 games, whilst also hitting 7 goals and 8 assists in the Under-18s the season before. The soon-to-be 19-year-old isn't the sort of winger who catches the eye through his flair and dribbling, but more through his efficiency, as in possession he is very similar to Ahmad in the sense that his vision and weight of pass is very consistent when he's cutting in field onto his stronger right foot. But also his two-footedness makes him a crossing threat when going down the outside or cutting on the inside from either flank, which no other United winger in the squad can provide to the same level. Now I do think Ethan Williams is certainly good enough to be given a chance in the United first team, but do I think it will displace Garnacho and be United's starting left winger in the next 2 to 4 years? I just don't think so. I think Ethan Williams may run into a similar issue as Elanga, a player who is good enough for Manchester United squad, but most likely a late developer who in his early 20s would probably be better off somewhere like Nottingham Forest or somewhere around that level where he can develop into one of their key players. However, I think Ethan Williams, like another former Manchester United player, could actually benefit from converting to another position. But before I tell you what that position is, let me tell you about the jersey of the day. It's this Manchester United black away shirt from 1993 to 1995, of course with Eric Cantona number 7 on the back, the shirt he was wearing when he kung fu kicked the guy at Selhurst Park. Go over to Jersey Fever to find that shirt, but they've also got the new season jerseys as well as other club and international retro jerseys as well. If you use code ATLANTIS at checkout, you'll get a discount. A link will be in my Instagram bio, which I will leave linked in the description. So I feel that Ethan Williams, like Anthony Elanga, could actually suit transitioning to a wing-back role, just like Victor Moses did for Antonio Conte at Chelsea back in 2016. I think Williams is well suited to playing a modern day wing-back role in a back 5, as he already has a sort of offensive output that is a level above most fullbacks, and with him being two-footed you could use him from the right or the left. I don't think he quite has the finesse or the creativity of a player like Ahmad, but I think he'd provide a similar sort of burst of energy as Mazraoui, but with better end product in the final third, which does draw comparisons to a player like Jeremy Frimpong. Now obviously Williams would have to develop the defensive position inside of his game and work on his 1v1 defending, but in general I tend to think that teaching a player to defend is a lot easier than improving their overall technical ability or improving their end product in the final third. Williams also strikes me as quite a workman-like player, capable of tracking his fullback diligently into deep positions, which I think would translate very well to a wing-back role. If he can develop those defensive attributes, he genuinely has the end product in the final third to develop into a top-level wing-back, just like Frimpong at Leverkusen. And like Frimpong, you want Williams using his pace to provide bursting third-man runs in behind the back line down the right-sided channel, and when he gets inside of the box, either when running through on goal or cutting inside, he's got a variety of different finishes in his locker, which should allow him to put away those chances a lot more often than someone like Mazraoui or Dalot. But even if Ten Hag doesn't go to a back 5, which he probably won't, Williams definitely needs to be given a chance on the flank at some point this season, definitely ahead of Antony. So let me know what you think of Williams in the comment section. Also check out my Patreon for the Telegram group chat and unreleased videos. That will be linked in the description below, and it will be on the end screen at the end of this video.